Tonight warned Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg telling Southwest Airlines the department will take action if it doesn't follow through on promised reimbursements to passengers. This is after the airline canceled roughly 16,000 flights over the past week. The airline saying it expects to return to normal operations tomorrow. Out front now, Democratic Congressman Rick Larsen. He's the incoming ranking member of the House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee and the current chair of the Aviation Subcommittee. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us. You will be the ranking member, as we just mentioned. In just a few days, the Senate Commerce, Science, and Transportation Committee has pledged to look into the cause of this catastrophe. Will you launch your own investigation in the House?
I think the House of Representatives should hold hearings on this debacle that's taken place over the last couple of days. And we have the opportunity as well to set up for the reauthorization of a federal bill that will look at what we can do to better ensure the traveling public gets the support they need when things like this happen. So I do want to see us have a hearing, and we have the opportunity to change the law as part of looking at the laws around aviation in 2023.
I want to ask you about this. Southwest has said it will be up and running with minimal disruptions tomorrow. But the Pilots Association that I've spoken to quite a bit has been very clear that it had warned the airline years ago to upgrade its IT systems, which Southwest has said is to blame for stranding thousands of people at airports during this peak holiday season. How can Southwest be held accountable?
Yeah, it sounds like weather was only a trigger to the underlying problem at Southwest Airlines, and that was this scheduling system, this technology that 20 years ago, basic investments and upgrades would have been a good thing to do, but they didn't do. And now, 20 years on, we have a disaster on our hands. And so I think we're going to certainly push Southwest to do that. But I think first and foremost, thinking about the customers, rebooking customers that they can rebook, refunding customers for their fares and the fees that they paid, reimbursing customers as well for costs that the customers bore while being stranded at airports. And there's one more R I think is important, is remorse. Southwest Airlines should show a little bit more remorse about how they've treated their customers and the traveling public.
Yeah, the CEO has apologized twice. But Congressman, I do want to say that there is this passenger bill of rights, but it doesn't seem quite sufficient to help passengers deal with something like this. Your fellow member of Congress, Katie Porter of California, tweeted this out today. Airlines are supposed to refund travelers within 20 days for a cancellation flight, but they're rarely penalized for failing to do so. She has a bill, she says, that not only gets people their money back sooner, but also fines airlines 10 times the original price for not promptly issuing a refund. Would you support something like that?
I think it's certainly within the realm of possibility that Congress strengthens the passenger bill of rights as we look at some of the actions that we can take, as well as speeding up the refund timeframe. It's 2022. You can go to a store tomorrow and get a refund put back on your credit card for something if you return it. I'm not saying this is exactly the kind of situation, but 20 days seems like a long time to be able to get a refund in a world in which we live in with the technology that we have today. So certainly that's another aspect of that we ought to be looking at.
All right. Thank you so much, Congressman Larsen, for coming on the show.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.